Hello, good morning to all. So in the last class, we have seen Newton's forward interpolation formula or Newton's Gregory's forward interpolation formula. Now, we will discuss some problems on Newton's forward interpolation formula. So if the data points are given, then how can we use the Newton's interpolating formula, and how can we determine the value of the given function at a given point in the data points. So let us share the screen. So this is the problem. The problem is the following table gives the melting points of an alloy of lead and zinc. The percentage of lead in the alloy is denoted by P, and the temperature or melting point is denoted by Q degree centigrade. So at a percentage of lead is 50, then melting point is 205 degrees centigrade. If it is 60% of lead is used, then the temperature is 225. At 70, the temperature is 248, and at 80, the temperature is given by 274 degrees centigrade. So this is the data point given in the problem. We have to find the melting point of the alloy containing 54% of the lead using appropriate interpolation formula. So formula is not given. We have to use the appropriate formula. So which formula is used to determine the value of the function? That means we have to find the temperature or melting point of the alloy at 54%. So the percentage of lead is denoted by X and temperature is denoted by Y. Then at X is equal to 54, what is the value of Y? So this is our problem. Now 54% is in the beginning of the tabulated values. Given set of tabular values, 54 is in the beginning of the set of tabular values. So if we have to determine the value at the beginning of the set of tabular values, we use Newton's forward interpolation formula. So now constructing the difference table from the given data, the forward differences can be written as, so see here, the table can be, we can write the table or construct the difference table by assuming X as the percentage of lead and Y as the melting point. So at X is equal to 50, what is melting point? It is 205. At X is equal to 60, it is given 225. At X is equal to 70, it is 248. And at X is equal to 80, it is 274. So this is given. In the first column, we are writing X, which is nothing but the percentage of the alloy lead. And in the second column, this is melting point or temperature. We are denoting it by Y. So what is this delta? Delta is nothing but the first forward difference. So in the first column, X values are denoted by X0, X1, X2, X3. And in the second column, Y is, first value of Y is Y0, second is Y1, Y2, Y3. So in the third column, delta, this is the first difference, forward difference. It is obtained by difference of Y values, that is Y1 minus Y0. 225 minus 205, it is 20. Similarly, this is delta Y1. Y2 minus Y1, it gives the value 248 minus 225 is equal to 223. Similarly, this value is delta Y2. This is Y4, Y3 minus Y2. So these are the first forward differences. We are denoting it by delta or delta Y or delta F of X, etc. Now this is second order forward differences. Second order forward differences are the differences of first order forward differences. That means delta Y1 minus delta Y0 is del square y0. So this is second order difference, forward difference. Similarly, delta y2 minus delta y1 is del square y1. 26 minus 23 is 3. So these are the second order forward differences. Now again, del cube is the third order forward difference. So this is the difference of the second order forward differences. So del square y1 minus del square y2 y0 gives del cube y0. This is 3 minus 3 is equal to 0. So we have constructed the difference table. Now what is x naught here? X naught is the first value of the x, that is 50, and the second value is 60, third value is 70, 80. So length of the interval is 10. So we are denoting the length of the interval as h. H is equal to 10 and x naught value is 50. So this is y naught value in the second column. First value of the column in the column y is y naught, and in the third column first value is delta y0. In del square column first value is del square y0. In third del cube column the first value is del cube y0. So these values we are using in Newton's forward interpolating polynomial. So how can we find this delta y0? This is y1 minus y0. So we got 20. Delta y1 is y2 minus y1. So we got 23. How to determine del square y0? Del square y0 is the second order forward differences. It is obtained by the difference of the first order differences, that is delta y1 minus delta y0. So we got it as 3, and so on. We can determine the higher order forward differences. Now from the given problem we have to determine the percentage of lead, that is 54. If the percentage of lead is 54, then what is the temperature or melting point? That means at x is equal to 54, at x is equal to 50, melting point is 205, at x is equal to 60, it is 225. Now we have to determine what will be the melting point of the lead at x is equal to 54. If the percentage of lead is 54, what will be the value of the temperature or melting point? So our answer should lie in between these two values, 205 and 225, because 54 is in the beginning of this data values. So in between 50 and 60, 54 is there. So our value should be in between 205 to 225. So let us examine what will be the value we will obtain here. Now at x is equal to 54, we have to find the value of y, that is the melting point. Now see here, since we are determining, we have to determine the temperature y at x is equal to 54, which is in the beginning of the set of tabular values. So we use Newton's forward interpolation formula. So let us take P is equal to x minus x naught by h. So what is x? X is equal to x naught plus ph. So what is x naught? 50. What is the value of x here? 54. What is h? Is 10. So P value will become 54 minus 50 by 10, that is 4 by 10 is equal to 0.4. So we know the value of P, x naught, delta y0, y0, del square y0 and del cube y0. So we can use here the Newton's forward interpolation formula. For the given data points, we can use this formula, Newton's forward interpolation formula, as f of x is equal to, what is x here? X naught plus ph. F of x naught plus ph is equal to, the formula will become y0 plus p into delta y0 plus p into p minus 1 by factorial 2 del square y0 plus p into p minus 1 p minus 2 by factorial 3 into del cube y0. So this is the formula for the given set of data points. Now in this, if we substitute x is equal to 54, p value as 0.4, and we know the value of y0, delta y0, del square y0, del cube y0. So substituting all these values in this equation, that is equation 1, we get the value of the temperature or melting point at the percentage of 54 of the alloy's lead. So f of 54 is equal to, so what is this? This is y0. What is y0? Y0 is 205 plus p is 0.4 into delta y0. So from the difference table, we can write the value of delta y0, that is 20. P 0.4 into 0.4 minus 1 by factorial 2. Del u square y0 value is 3 plus p minus 1, p minus 2 by factorial 3 into del cube y0, that is 0. So this term will vanishes. We get only f of 54 is equal to 205 plus 20 into 0.4 is 8. This is 0.4 into 0.4 minus 1. This is minus 0.6 into 3 by factorial 2 is 2. So we get this value as negative in terms of negative sign, that is 0.36. After simplification, we get the value of f of 54 is equal to 212.64. So what is f of 54? Which is nothing but melting point. Melting point at the percentage of the lead 54. So let us once again see what will be the value here in the table. The value of the melting point is 205 at 50 degree, 50%. At 60% it is 225 degrees centigrade. So at 54%, the value should lie in between 205 to 225, and we are getting 212.64, means our answer is correct with regard to this given problem. So let us take another problem. Find the cubic polynomial which takes the following values. y0 is equal to 1, y1 is equal to 0, y2 is equal to 1, y3 is equal to 10, and obtain the value of y of 4. Means at x is equal to 4, what is the value of the function, that is y4, we have to determine. And it is not given by which formula we have to determine this value. So let us examine what are the values given here. From the given data, we are constructing the forward difference table. So this is the value of x0. 0 is x0, 1 is x1, 2 is x2, 3 is x3. We have to find x4. At x4, what is the value of the function? So if we are denoting x as 0, 1, 2, 3, and the corresponding values are at x is equal to 0, the value is 1. This is 1. At x is equal to 1, the value is 0. At x is equal to 2, the value is 1. At x is equal to 3, the value is 10. So we are writing in the first column 0, 1, 2, 3, and for y, we are writing 1, 0, 1, 10. Now, this is the first order forward difference. So it is obtained by subtracting y1 minus y0. This is y1 and this is y0. 0 minus 1 is minus 1. We are writing here the first order difference. 1 minus 0 is 1. This is also delta y1. This is delta y2. 10 minus 1 is 9. So this column represents the first order forward differences. Again, differences of first order differences is the second order difference. So it is denoted by del square. So 1 minus of minus 1 is plus 1, that is 2. 9 minus 1 is 8. So this is second order differences. Similarly, we can find the third order differences. So del square y1 minus del square y0 is del cube y0. So this is the value of del cube y0, that is third forward differences. Now what is x0 here? The first value of x is x0. This is x1, x2, x3. So what is y0? Y0 is 1, and this first value in the first differences is called delta y0, and this is del square y0, and this is del cube y0. So what is the length of the interval of x values? This is 1. So h is equal to 1, x0 value is 0, and we are writing p is equal to x minus x0 by h. So what is x0? X is x, and x0 is 0, h value is 1. So p value in terms of x is x. So now we are going to determine the polynomial, cubic polynomial. So in place of p, we have to write x. So in the same process, what we have done in the previous problem, the same analogy we are using here. So the Newton's forward interpolation formula can be written as y of x is equal to y0 plus p into delta y0 plus p into p minus 1 by factorial 2 del square y0 plus p into p minus 1 p minus 2 by factorial 3 del cube y0, because third order difference is given. We don't know the fourth order difference. So we have to use the formula up to third order differences, that is del cube y0. Now, substituting the values of y0, delta y0, del square y0, del cube y0 and the value of p. What is the value of p? The p value is x. Now, substituting here, y of x is equal to, what is y0? Y0 value is 1. So this is y0. First value in the y column is y0. So y0 is 1 plus p. P is x into delta y0. Delta y0 is minus 1 plus p into p minus 1 x into x minus 1 by factorial 2 del square y0. This is del square y0. This is the value, first value in del square column, that is 2 plus x into x minus 1 x minus 2 by factorial 3, that is factorial 3 is 6. It is continued product of first three natural numbers, 1 into 2 into 3. So 6 into del cube y0, its value is also 6. So 6 is gets cancelled, 2 cancel. So we get 1 plus into minus x plus x into x minus 1 is x square minus x, and the product of these three terms is 3x cube minus 3x square plus 2x. Now plus 2x minus 2x cancel, we left only x cube minus 2x square plus 1. This is the polynomial in third degree. So this is the cubic polynomial we have obtained by using the Newton's forward interpolation formula from the given set of data points. Again, in the problem it is given that find the value of y4. Means we have to find the value at x is equal to 4. We know the function. The given function is, or the given polynomial is x is equal to x cube minus 2x square plus 1. If we substitute x is equal to 4, we get the value y4. So y4 is equal to 4 cube minus 2 into 4 square plus 1. So 4 cube is 4 for the 16 for the 64 minus 32, that is 32, 32 plus 1, 33. So this is the value of the function at x is equal to 4. So our problem is find the cubic polynomial which takes the following values. So values are given, x and y values, and we have to write the cubic polynomial. First we have to find the polynomial. After finding the polynomial, we have to determine the value of y4. So after finding polynomial, substitute in place of x is equal to 4, we will get the value of the given function at x is equal to 4. Now another problem is the population of a town in the decimal census was given below. So census is taken in every 10 years. So in census, we have to determine the population of the country in every 10 years. So this is the census population data. Estimate the population for the year 1895. So in 1891, the population is 46,000. It is given in thousands. X is in year and population in thousand is Y. So X variable is year, Y variable is population in thousands. In 1891, the population is 46,000. 1901, it is 66,000. 1911, it is 81,000. 1921, it is 93,000. 1931, it is 101,000. So from the given data, we have to determine the population in the year 1895. So where is 1895? 1895 is in the beginning of the set of tabulated values. So 1891, 1895, it is in the beginning of this tabulated values. So we have to use which formula? Newton's forward Gregory's interpolation formula. If the value is to be determined which is at the end of the table, then we use Newton's backward interpolation formula. Now it is to determine the population for the year 1895, so which is in the beginning of the tabular values, set of tabular values. So we use here the Newton's forward interpolation formula. So see here, from the given data points, what is x naught? X naught is 1891. This is x1 1901. This is x2, x3, and x4. So these values are y0, y1, y2, y3, and y4. So what is the difference between the given values of x? 1891, 1901, 1911, 1921, 1931 means in every 10 years we uh, we have to find the population, that is census is done for every 10 years. So H is 10. So here from the given data, what is X naught? X naught is 1891. This is X1, X2, X3, etc. What is H? H is the difference length of the interval, that is 10. Now, what we have to do here, we have to determine the population for the year 1895, which is in the beginning of the set of tabular values. So we use Newton's forward interpolation formula. So let x is equal to, at which, in which year we have to determine the population? In 1895. So we are assuming x as this. In this year we have to find the population. So this is, we are taking as x. So we are taking x as 1895, and we know that p is equal to x minus x naught by h. So what is x? 1895 minus 1891 by h value is 10. What is this? This is x naught. X naught is 1891. 1895 minus 1891, 4 by 10 is equal to 0.4. So again we are getting here p is equal to 0.4. Now preparing the difference table. So this is the difference table for the given set of tabular values. X is in year, years are denoted or defined in X, and population is defined in Y, and the population is taken here in thousands. So this value is X naught, X1, X2, X3, X4. So what is Y0? Y0 is 46, Y1, Y2, Y3, Y4. Now this is the first order forward difference. So Y1 minus Y2 is delta Y0. 66 minus 46 is 20. Y2 minus Y1 is 15. Y3 minus Y2, Y4 minus Y3. So this is the first order forward differences. Again, we have to find second order forward differences. This is the difference of first forward differences. 15 minus 20, this is delta y1 minus delta y0 is del square y0. So 15 minus 20 is minus 5, 12 minus 15 is minus 3, 8 minus 12 is minus 4. So this column represents the second order forward differences. In the third order forward differences, it is the difference of second order forward differences. Minus 3 minus of minus 5, that is plus 5. Minus 3 plus 5 is 2. Minus 4 minus of plus 3 is minus 1. So this indicates the third order forward differences. What is the fourth order forward differences? It is difference of third order forward difference. Minus 1 minus 2, that is minus 3. So we have prepared the difference table for the given set of tabular values. Now using the Newton's forward interpolation formula. So what is Newton's forward interpolation formula? F of x is f of x naught plus ph. This is equal to y0 plus p into delta y0 plus p into p minus 1 by factorial to del square y0 plus so on. So this is the formula, and we are using the formula up to fourth forward difference, because fifth forward difference we don't know. Now substituting the values of y0, delta y0, del square y0, del cube y0, del 4 y0, and the value of p in the given formula, we can determine the polynomial. And if we substitute x is equal to 1895, we directly use the formula to determine the population in 1895. So what is x? X is 1895. What is y0? 46. So let us see what is y0. Y0 is, this is the value of y0, 46. This is delta y0. First two values of the y in the y column, y0, first order difference delta y0. First value in del square is delta square y0. So we are using first values, top values as y0, y1, delta y0, del square y0, del cube y0, and del 4 y0. So these values we are using here. So delta y0 is 46. What is p? P is 0.4. Delta y0, that is 20. p minus 1 by factorial 2 is 2 into del square y0 is minus 5. Again, p into p minus 1, p minus 2 by factorial 3 is 6 into del square del cube y0, that is 2, p minus 1, p minus 2, p minus 3 by factorial 4, that is 24. It is continued product of 4 first natural numbers. 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. 1 to the 2, 2 3 the 6, 6 4 the 24. Into del 4 y0, this value is minus 1. Now, on simplification, we get the first value is 46 and the second value 20 into 0.4 is 8 plus third term is this. After multiplication, we get 0.6 and fourth term after multiplication, it gives this value 0.0128 and the last value is 0.1248. So adding all these, we get 54.8528. So this means in the year 1895, the population is 54.8528 or 54.85 thousands. So this is the method to use the Newton forward interpolation formula. So we can easily determine the value of the function for the given set of tabular values at any point of x. I think you understood this problem. So I hope that you can solve the problems, same type of problems you can easily solve and practice these questions, and we will deal about some other method in the next class. So thank you.